Every year, around 300 students spend a week within British Airways to see firsthand what it's like to work for one of the world's biggest airlines. From the application process to the actual hands-on experience, it's a great opportunity to find out more about the world of work. For successful applicants, it all starts with the interview process.
I'm nervous, but then again I'm not really nervous because I've had interviews before for part-time jobs and for college, so just excited to see what they're going to ask me.
They were friendly and nice. It was more relaxed than I expected, yeah.
The person interviewing me was really nice, so that kind of eased my nerves.
Selected students are then invited back to work alongside mentors in different parts of the business. Amy recently spent a week at Terminal 5.
I've worked in first class and business class. I've been checking in passengers with a mentor, and I've learnt how to check in a passenger individually.
The students learn so much within the terminal, they don't even realise what's taken in. It's always sort of bombarded onto them, but within the day they come away thinking, wow, we've learned so much. Normally the people who do come through, our students, like to work in the airline, if it's obviously ground staff, even crew or pilots.
I would definitely like to come back and work full time for British Airways as a pilot, hopefully.
And Max spent a week at our component engineering workshop, also known as BASE.
I quite like taking things apart and putting them back together again, and that's exactly what they're doing here at BASE. So they're on an industrial scale, they're taking IDG generators apart and putting them back together and trying to fix them.
When I started aircraft engineering, it was a different ball game. Most of the time we had to learn it ourselves. That's the reason why I like training youngsters and where I didn't get a chance. So they're going to be our future once people like me retire.
The engineers, they've all been very friendly and always willing to help and answer questions I've had, as I've asked many questions. So I've really gained an insight into the working environment here at BASE.
I enjoy working with the young people. It makes me feel young as well.
This insight into working within British Airways helps the students develop their skills and make better informed decisions about their futures. Many are inspired to return later on to begin their career with us, and of course we are more than happy to welcome them back.
After I did my work experience, I got to realise what British Airways was like, what their work ethic was like, what it was like to be in that environment, and what it was like to be working hands-on with aircraft components and in that industry, and that's when I realised that that's what I wanted to go into.
I kind of knew university wasn't what I wanted to do, and I thought an apprenticeship scheme was a good way to get into an organisation, and I'd really enjoyed my work experience at British Airways, so it seemed like a good option for me.
I really enjoyed it. It was only a week's worth of work, but the week's work was really good. The people were very, very friendly. I got a bit hands-on, under full supervision of course, but other than that I loved it, and that's what inspired me to get the full-time job at BA.
The apprenticeship scheme is so good because you get exposure you would get as a full-time employee, and it's the best way to learn before you go into a full-time role.
Work experience was a brilliant opportunity. It was a time to get out of school and understand more about how a big company like British Airways operates.
Work experience at British Airways is a great way to get a glimpse inside one of the most recognised brands in the world, and could even be the start of an exciting journey into the future with the UK's favourite airline.
If you want to get into something, it gives you, there's no better insight than actually doing that. Like, you can read about it, you can watch videos about it, you can hear about it from other people who've done the job, but until you've actually done it yourself, there's no better way of learning.
Looking back at my work experience, thinking how technical it was, I had no idea back then to what it is now. That was just a percentage of what I know now, and now I just love it and I can't get enough of it.
When I was accepted, I was ecstatic. I was so happy because I knew that it would be an amazing opportunity.
It's nice to know that the hard work paid off. Looking back 2 years ago when I did my work experience, I just think I've come a long way and there's still so much more I need to learn, but that's all about what British Airways will teach me, and it's brilliant. Won't change it.
To find out more about work experience and careers at British Airways, visit ba.com/careers.